Harry Potter is actually just British Naruto. Don't believe me? Here is the proof. Welcome back, fellow nerds. People love to say that Harry Potter ripped off The Lord of the Rings, and sure, there's a wise old wizard, a dark lord, and a magical trinket, but if you look at the actual plot beats, Harry Potter is basically just British Naruto. Now, I know what you're thinking. Harry Potter started publishing in 1997, and the Naruto manga started in 1999. So, who inspired who? Honestly, I'm convinced J.K. Rowling and Masashi Kishimoto were secretly sharing a Google Doc, because if you swap out wands for hand signs, the parallels are undeniably hilarious. Today, we're proving that Hogwarts and the Hidden Leaf Village are the exact same place. Let's dive in. Let's start with our protagonists. Both series revolve around a golden trio, 2 boys and 1 girl. You have the orphan main character with a monster sealed inside him, the moody best friend with a massive inferiority complex, Ron and Sasuke, and the hyper-intelligent girl who basically keeps everyone alive, Hermione and Sakura. And spoiler alert, the moody best friend and the smart girl end up marrying each other in both series. But let's zoom in on Harry and Naruto themselves, because their resumes are shockingly identical. Both are orphans whose parents died on the exact same night, explicitly sacrificing themselves to act as human shields for their babies. As a result, both infants survived, but had a piece of a dark, murderous entity sealed inside them. A fragment of Voldemort's soul for Harry and the nine-tailed demon fox for Naruto. This dark, unwanted roommate left a permanent, highly recognizable physical mark on them, Harry's lightning bolt scar and Naruto's whisker marks. Because of this dark entity, both boys grew up as total pariahs, completely ostracized and mistreated by the very communities they were destined to save. They are both prophesied chosen ones who had their legendary godfathers killed right in front of them. And incredibly, they both suffer from a terminal case of forgiving their enemies. Naruto used his infamous talk no jutsu to call the guy who helped murder his parents the coolest guy, while Harry literally named his second child after Severus Snape, a man who ruthlessly bullied him for 6 straight years. And then there is their combat strategy, finding exactly one signature move and absolutely spamming it until the credits roll. Naruto has the Rasengan and Shadow Clones, Harry has his Patronus and Expelliarmus. But the final power scaling? Hilariously different. Both start out completely powerless. Naruto is the dead last ninja who can't even make a basic clone, and Harry lives in a literal closet. But by the end of the series, Naruto becomes a glowing, teleporting demigod, throwing nuclear chakra bombs that reshape the planet's geography. Meanwhile, Harry's ultimate universe-saving trump card against the darkest wizard in history? Expelliarmus, a simple disarming charm. He literally brought a taser to a nuke fight. Let's talk world building. Both of these societies were founded by legendary figures who eventually had a massive ideological breakup. Salazar Slytherin and Madara Uchiha both helped found their respective communities, got incredibly paranoid about who should hold power, threw a massive tantrum, and left. What they left behind was a legacy of a deeply hated, misunderstood subgroup, Slytherin House and the Uchiha clan. In both universes, if you see a character wearing a green snake crest or a red and white fan crest, the author is basically screaming at you. These guys are going to cause problems later. Next, we have the mentors, Albus Dumbledore and Hiruzen Sarutobi. Both are ancient, ridiculously overpowered leaders considered the greatest of their age. They project this grandfatherly aura of wisdom, but when you look at the lore, somebody needs to call Wizard Child Protective Services. Dumbledore left a magical infant on a freezing doorstep in November with abusive muggles. Meanwhile, Hiruzen promised Naruto's dying parents he'd look after him, and his grand solution was to give a depressed 6-year-old an apartment, a monthly stipend, and 0 emotional support? Top-tier childcare, gentlemen. Every hero needs a villain. and both franchises opted for pale guy with a weird snake fetish. Lord Voldemort and Orochimaru are basically twins. Both were generational prodigies who developed an unhealthy obsession with immortality, ripping their souls apart or body snatching to cheat death. But let's look at the villain squads. Voldemort runs the Death Eaters, a cult of pure-blood supremacists. Orochimaru used to be in a terrifying rogue syndicate called the Akatsuki, but he literally rage quit the group because Itachi bullied him. But imagine a Death Eaters versus Akatsuki matchup. It wouldn't even be a fight. The Death Eaters struggle against teenagers using stunning spells. If Pain or Madara showed up to a Death Eater meeting, those wizard robes are getting vaporized before Voldemort can even finish saying Avada Kedavra. Well, you get the point. Now for the absolute apex of fandom heartbreak, Severus Snape and Itachi Uchiha. For 90% of the story, we are forced to hate these men. Snape is the petty teacher who bullies orphans, and Itachi, well, Itachi murdered his entire extended family. Small difference. But plot twist, they were both deeply traumatized double agents working for the greater good. Snape was protecting Harry out of a haunting love for Lily Potter, and Itachi sacrificed his soul to protect his little brother, Sasuke. They both died tragically to maintain their covers, leaving the fandom to aggressively defend their honor in Reddit threads until the end of time.
Finally, a quick shout out to the wives, Ginny Weasley and Hinata Hyuga. Both started as painfully shy, stuttering stalkers who hid behind pillars, and both grew into absolute badasses who fought in the final wars and married the heroes. Now, I have a confession to make. I know I joked earlier about who inspired who. Technically, Harry Potter published its first book in 1997, and the serialized Naruto manga didn't officially start until 1999. So realistically, Kishimoto might have been the one peeking at Rowling's homework. But, and this is a big but, Kishimoto actually published a Naruto pilot one-shot in August 1997, just weeks after Harry Potter hit shelves. They literally came out at the exact same time. We framed it as Harry copying Naruto just for the fun of it, but honestly, it just proves these two creators share a brain cell.
So what do you think? Did we prove that Hogwarts is just the Hidden Leaf Village with worse food? Who do you think would win, Voldemort or Orochimaru? Let me know in the comments below.
If you agree or have another opinion, please comment down below.